Hello, I'm Sam from Lindo Guitars, and today we're going to be checking out one of the most unique guitars in our range, and to be honest, probably one of the most unique guitars on the market, the Lindo Voyager. This guitar looks absolutely insane. It's travel sized, it's incredibly decorative, and it's got a very interesting construction. Let's go over some of the features. Calling this thing a travel-sized guitar is almost an understatement because this thing is tiny. The Voyager has a fairly standard scale length for a 3/4 size guitar of 24 inches, but it's the guitar's body that takes travel size to a whole new level. It's incredibly small and yet amazingly still really comfortable to play. This guitar was designed with sustainability at its heart, which has led to some really interesting and unique design and material choices. The body of the guitar is actually made out of bamboo, which is an incredibly fast-growing material. In fact, it grows up to 10 times faster than a lot of the traditional hardwoods used in guitar manufacturing. Growing bamboo also doesn't require using the pesticides and fertilizers that many other crops need, making it an ideal choice for environmentally conscious players. The incredibly fine grain structure of the bamboo gives this guitar a really unique look. In terms of the rest of the construction, it's got a mahogany neck, it's got a solid laurel fretboard and bridge, a bone nut and a bone saddle, and these really lovely Wilkinson Deluxe vintage tuners that provide fantastic tuning stability. Now, both tone and weight reduction are big parts of what makes a great travel guitar. The Voyager features a really unique hollow bracing design that reduces the internal mass of the guitar. By hollowing out the bracing, you allow the guitar to resonate better, leading to an instrument that's really full of life without compromising any of the strength of the instrument, all whilst making it that little bit lighter. It also has glow-in-the-dark fret markers, which means that you'll be able to see what you're doing whether you're playing around a campfire or on a dimly lit stage. As you can see, this guitar is incredibly decorative. It feels just as much a piece of art as it is a fantastic instrument. It has ABS binding around the whole of the guitar, and then some really beautiful abalone seashell purfling on the front of the body and the sound hole. The solid laurel bridge features some maple dragonfly inlays, which is a really nice touch, and then we've got this absolutely breathtaking inlay running up the whole of the neck, which is probably my favourite feature on the whole guitar. The inlay hints at the unique construction of the body of the guitar, with a really beautiful piece of bamboo running up the whole of the neck, intricately made using maple. Sat here on the 12th fret is an abalone seashell kingfisher, which just finishes off the look of this whole guitar perfectly. This guitar also has a custom case that you saw at the start of the video that can be purchased separately on our website. So this guitar is really surprisingly comfortable to play given its size. In terms of playability, the smaller body almost makes it feel a little bit like an electro guitar in a way. It sits in your lap really nice and comfortably, and it's got great access to the higher frets because of this double cutaway. Whilst this guitar is obviously tiny, it doesn't really feel like you're playing a miniature guitar. I think a lot of that has to do with the feel of the neck. Despite the shorter scale length, the neck doesn't feel too small. It's got a really nice C-shaped carve that's super comfortable to play, and it doesn't feel like you're making any compromises from a full-size guitar. Now, in terms of acoustic tone, the Voyager has a really nice sparkling top end and some really articulate mids. Obviously, with such a small body, you're not going to get a massive bass response or loads of volume, but this thing is surprisingly loud considering how small it is. Now, the electronics in the Voyager are a big part of what makes this a viable option for gigging musicians. It features the AC-ME BS3M blend preamp. Now, this is a really cool bit of kit because not only does it have the piezo under the bridge like you would expect from an electroacoustic guitar, but it also has a sound hole microphone. The microphone has a much better bass response than your typical piezo, and it really helps reintroduce a lot of that bottom end that you lose with such a small body, making this guitar sound a lot bigger than it actually is. For context, this is what the guitar sounds like completely acoustically, picked up by the microphone just here. Now, this is what it sounds like plugged directly into the computer using the preamp. As you can hear, plugged in, this guitar really doesn't sound like it's this small. So on the preamp control panel on the top of the guitar, you've got a volume knob just here, and then you've got a 3-band EQ, so bass, middle and treble. And again, this really helps just reintroduce a little bit of the bass back into the mix. And then you've got a mixer knob here, which controls basically the blend between the microphone in the sound hole and the piezo pickup. And then you've got a notch knob just here, which basically cuts out any unwanted frequencies that might be causing feedback, which is really useful in a live situation. It's also got a built-in tuner, which is really handy. So to activate that, all you need to do is press the tuner button, the LED screen will light up, and you can really quickly and easily tune your instrument. And finally, last but by no means least, a phase button that reverses the polarity of one of the audio signals. This mitigates any potential phase cancellation issues and is a really nice feature to have. All in all, a really great sounding preamp with loads of tone sculpting potential. Now, one thing that we're really proud of here at Lindo Guitars is that every single one of our instruments gets a full professional setup right here at our Bristol headquarters before we ship them out to you. This ensures that when one of our guitars arrives on your doorstep, it's going to be playing and sounding great straight out the box. So now that we've gone through some of the features, let's see what this thing sounds like. Now, this guitar comes standard with steel strings, but you do also have the option of buying it with nylon strings, so I'll make sure to include a few demos of both. First up, I'll mic up the guitar so that you get a really accurate representation of exactly how it sounds in the room, and then I'll plug it straight into the computer so that you can hear how this amazing preamp sounds. So, this has been a quick demo of the Lindo Voyager. You can check out this guitar, along with many other amazing models on our website. Thank you for watching, and take care.